Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Craig here from Gifters Electrical. Hope everyone is well. Today we are at a job where we've got a couple of bits and pieces to do. So we'll take you inside, we'll do that now and have a look what we've got going on. If you're new here, also welcome, it's a pleasure to have you here. So what we've got going on today, right, so we're changing that light for that light. Also putting a fitting here. We're changing out. We've got 4 of those to change. Nothing happening here. So these are the other 3 that we're changing. And then we've got that batten light to change as well. And then if we go through into the utility area, we've got to put a socket just down in here for the tumble dryer, which will basically be fed from this socket here. Board is up here. Okay, now we've also got a Hive unit to fit today for the boiler. Adjust some of the outside lights, so it's on this timer. It's got a time clock, so we just need to adjust that as well. Old MK Sentry board, so we need to just see if we can put a blank in or something to cover that. Now, incidentally, the clients actually had other electricians around, which is obviously absolutely fine, but they've insisted that the board needs changing, but they have never looked at the board. They're just saying it needs changing because it's plastic, but on appearance, there doesn't appear to be any signs of thermal damage to it. It's not in an escape route, so we just, obviously the plan is to do an EICR on it eventually, and replace it for her, but that'll be at a later date. At the moment there's nothing wrong with it. We've got our bonds here, so MET, gas, all going straight up into the board. So yeah, got a couple of lights to change in the bathrooms upstairs as well. Replace those for newer shower lights with not shower lights, wall lights, bathroom lights with the pull cords. So we've got a couple of those to replace, and some spotlights, which we'll have to do at a later date because they're on back order. So that's where we're at the moment. I'm going to get just everything in, set up, and then we'll come back. So I'll just make sure that this is actually dead. So it is off at the actual consumer unit, but we'll check anyway. Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Perfect. So that's off. So let's have a look at the light that we're fitting. Excellent. So we've got the wonderful light fitting that has, so literally just has the line, neutral and earth in there. Excuse me. So I'm thinking what I might do, I might just have to Wago. Yeah, we're gonna have to Wago the connections, I think. Yeah, Wago the connections and then go from there, because we've actually got to get another you're going to be taking another feed from here across to that light there. So as much as I love these screw terminals, I think we'll probably end up having to do something a little bit different to accommodate. Because I think we're going to have a little bit of we're just going to have the usual kind of problem you get with these. So, and we've got to make it significantly shorter as well, because I think actually what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to drop it down at least a tad, because if we're up there like that, that's, so we're going to have to come down a few inches, because if we go right up to the top, so I think we're probably looking at maybe an inch. Yeah, we could probably get away with an inch actually. I think that would probably be fine. So I'm just going to have a quick think about what the best way to terminate this is going to be, and go from there. Okay, so what we've opted to do is we've got a short fly lead that comes off the connector block in there into the new 2273 Wagos, which, if you didn't know, the 2273s are rated at 32 up to 32 amps. So we're going to have another feed that's going to come off here, hence why we've got a 5-way CPC and a 5-way neutral, because we've done that loop. So that's going to come up. The joists run that way, so obviously floorboards are going to be coming up later, but for now we'll just put this on, so that's one light done, and then we'll tackle the others. Yeah, so that's turned out nice. We haven't put the glass in, it's still in its box. The reason we haven't put it in is because also we've got to take that light thing down to get our connection for the light that's going to go near the bathroom. So that's why we've left it, and we'll tackle that after we've done everything else. So we've got the lights in the kitchen, light in the bathroom to do, the 2 bathroom, the ensuite and the main bathroom, shower lights as well, shaver lights. So yeah, next stop, kitchen. So these are the units that we're replacing. Micro Mark, 140mm in diameter, so very large hole to fill. We've got these Collingwood Deer units, which will be going in there, 150mm cut out. So we've got so some of you guys have probably seen me do this before. We've got 140mm hole saw, okay? That will basically fill that hole. We then have 152mm hole saw. Now normally I do this with just a standard hole saw attachment, but I've actually gone out and bought myself a super odd duoxium hole saw. So basically it's just an arbor, but it's got an extended long catch. So what it can do is it'll happily sit in the middle there and grip both hole saws, whereas what I've been doing is obviously the normal arbor I use doesn't quite fit. So yeah, we're going to give that a try. No dade for these because it's too big, so we're just going to put the box underneath and hope for the best, but we've got the industrial hoover anyway, so we'll clean up afterwards. So let's see how well this goes. So get the first saw into position. Yeah, see, that's a nice good clean fit in there. We're tight, yeah, we're tight. I really should have put my goggles on for this, so. There we go. Finally went through. But yeah, it's let's just see what our fitment's like. Probably gonna have to touch up anyway. So So we're just gonna have to fill round, but they seem to fit okay. They're a nice little fit, so I can't really complain too much. Yeah, clip in nicely. Pull it out safely because I know what'll happen. It'll trap your fingers. That's the last thing you want. So, okay, guys. So the 3 spots are in. We're just changing over the. We're just changing over this batten for a new one. Aurora. Yeah, it's an Aurora. So I used them before. They're really good lights. If you can hear Mr. Bundy in the background, he's not actually here with me, but he is actually doing a live stream. So I got him on the background, just having a listen to him. So yeah, we're getting there. Didn't need to drill out the remaining holes. They are wide enough, which is fantastic. So I've just resorted not to doing that and just fit them in straight, and they look brilliant. So I'm going to get the batten on, and then we'll just do a quick shot of it, how it looks afterwards. Brilliant. So lights are all in, all looking very good. I mean, the immediate difference. Let me turn this off. So you can see obviously the room's quite dark as it is, so they just add a whole different level of brightness to it. So yeah, much better, a vast improvement. So we've got another one to do in the bathroom. We're just waiting on that from the wholesaler. There's a couple of there's 2 items that were delayed. So what we're going to do now is we've got the Hive thermostat to fit, so we're going to crack on with that. Right, nice. So what we've got is the Hive thermostat. Basically in there you get the receiver, the thermostat and the hub. Jordan, and I'll put a link in the corner of the video. He did a video of this, a kind of step by step, really straightforward kind of thing. So the thing to remember with the hub, always get it going first, because it takes, plug it into your modem, your router, and power it up. And what you'll get is, that's currently solid at the moment, but in a few minutes when it's actually finished booting up, it's going to start downloading its data, its firmware updates, things like that. Then it will connect to the server, and then it will go a solid green light, and you'll get a flashing orange. Now that can take anything up to 15 minutes. So in that time, you can go and set up your device. So this is the next thing we're going to be wiring, is our dual receiver, and our thermostat will probably go in a central location, because the thermostat works on batteries, so it doesn't actually plug into anything. Just have a look, see if there's a thermostat in here. No, there isn't. Now there is the original controller, which is obviously going to get disconnected, so that's the original programmer. So that'll be disconnected because the hub, the receiver, sorry, goes, the receiver goes next to the boiler. So let's have a look. So okay, so nothing here. So what we could do is just put it in the, we'll speak to the client and just see where she wants it. It could go in this vicinity here, but I'll speak to her and have a chat with about that. So obviously, basically our feeds from the boiler come into here. We've got basically a frost stat, and that is it. I think the other wiring for it is, it goes to that unit in the kitchen. So what I'll do, I'll get you set up on here, and then we'll get it all wired up. Right, so basically this was a blanking plate. They've not used it for anything other than to feed the cables into here, so they've used this as the makeshift wiring center, and it's just a on-off switch, right? There's no, other than the consumer unit fuse, there is no additional fuse. So the instructions for the Hive obviously say to use a 3-amp fuse. So we're going to change that isolation plate to a switch fused spur, and then what we'll do, we'll use the existing wiring center for our Hive. New control units in place. Programmer really handy being there. Client's happy to have it there as well, rather than going in the garage. And then we've got our unit, which is about to go upstairs. So that's our new point for the light, which thankfully when the central heating was done, they put chipboard down. So there's our feed there, and there's our rod. So get that through, put it all through. We've got holes on the joists as well, so we should be able to route that without too much trouble. Okay, so feed's now run. We're ready to put back on our lamp. Basically, that's where we are. So there's actually, because of obviously the woodwork already been done, it's literally very, very straightforward. So yeah, just need to, obviously once this is up here, it's going to be a little bit too low, so we're just going to put that on a shorter flex. So at least it still has a flex, just try and keep it in line with the other one. It may not work, but that's where we're going. Okay, so we got the nice new shaver light in, much brighter. We're going to change this out because it's a sticky switch. Carpets are all back down. That's the old light. God, look at that. And then we've just got the plumber here. Great plumber, a guy called Michael Holm, 30 years in the business, does work for my house, so I always recommend to my clients him if they need any plumbing or gas work. So, but yeah, got the 3 lights to do in here, so we're replacing these 2 lights here, and then we've got the same in here. We've got to replace this one, but the suppliers haven't turned up with the kit, so we're going to have to make a return visit, and we've got a couple of plugs downstairs to sort out as well. So we'll leave it there, and I'll catch you in a little bit. So guys, this is where we're at. We're done and dusted in the property. I'll show you around now, show you what we've done. So basically we've come off that. That is actually just a single socket which comes off the board. We've put it onto the RCD side because it wasn't on the RCD side before. Comes down, clipped in, and then comes into here. So let's just switch. So yeah, I don't know how well you can see that. No, not too bad. So yeah, double socket on there. Obviously it's a radial circuit, so absolutely fine. You've seen these before, so obviously these are the lights at 150mm. Client's really happy with the lighting here. We've actually fixed the oven as well, because the bottom oven wasn't functioning at all, and it turns out it was the main control unit, so we've just taken that off and just reset the pins. If we go into the living room, done a little bit of work in here as well. Client wanted rid of the light options, so we've left the cables in the back of the back boxes terminated off, but we've literally just spurred off them, so that it's all part of the ring final circuit. So they've got a socket, single socket there, and the same on this side. And actually, as it transpires, they must have been standard sockets originally at one point, because somebody had already cut behind the plaster. So yeah, that made that a little bit easier. And then obviously got the new light thing up there. We've got new light thing up there. New light thing in here. And then if we go upstairs, we've got,
right.
Yeah, we've got the
How are you doing that? Okay.
new Hive, 2 new brass fittings there, and then we've got 2 bathroom lights which have been changed. So all in all, a very productive day. So yeah, on to the next. Okay guys, that is us done and dusted. You've seen around the property. Client's really happy. The kitchen in particular was particularly dark. She's nice. She's now got some nice, clean, bright lighting in there. Really happy with the extra socket in the utility for the tumble dryer, because she was just running out of extension leads. So all in all, client's really happy. I'm happy with the end result as well. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe. You can do that with the big red button down in the bottom right hand corner. Change the bell symbol to all. You'll get notifications every time I post a new video. And remember to smash that thumbs up. All right guys, bye for now.